Kern County judge on Tuesday issued a gag order in the case of a couple accused of killing their 2 adopted sons. The order bars attorneys, investigators, and law enforcement involved in the case of Trezell and Jacqueline West from speaking publicly about it. It also applies to witnesses and court personnel with access to reports filed in the case. Additionally, Judge Chad A. Louie ordered all search warrants and grand jury transcripts sealed. Prosecutor Eric Smith had requested the gag order and defense lawyers joined in the motion. The Wests have pleaded not guilty to 2 counts of second-degree murder, 2 counts of willful cruelty to a child and falsely reporting an emergency. They were arrested March 1st after being indicted by grand jury. The West's defense attorneys have criticized comments District Attorney Cynthia Zimmer made at a news conference last week, saying they implied the Wests are guilty based on their being indicted by grand jury. Defense counsel, at a news conference of their own held Monday, stressed their clients are innocent until proven guilty at trial, which requires a far higher burden of proof than required for an indictment. Trial is currently scheduled for May, but will likely be postponed.
Live from downtown Bakersfield to explain the latest developments. Vanya.
Brianna, well, the biological family, which as we know has spent the past 14 months searching for answers, were also in court today. And although they say they are content with the motion, their main concern right now is still finding the boys' bodies.
Here on the people's request for a gag order. Mr. Hennessy, did you have any objection on behalf of your client?
No, Your Honor, no objection.
Ms. Torres, any objection?
No, Your Honor. Submit.
And with that, a gag was set, prohibiting investigators and law enforcement from publicly speaking about the case. Judges usually issue these gag orders to guarantee a fair trial by preventing any information that can sway the public's opinion to reach the juries. In this case, the gag order so far applies to investigators, police, all court personnel, and really anyone with access to the case file, meaning none of them are able to speak about this case for the remainder of the trial. Meanwhile, given Tuesday's hearing was a motion, Trezell and Jacqueline West were not physically in court. The attorneys representing them were and agreed to the gag order and are asking to extend the order to others.
How about potential witnesses?
Prosecutor Eric Smith originally did not list witnesses in the motion, but after it was brought up by the judge, the West attorneys submitted to include witnesses.
I don't have any issue with that. The issue would be contacting all of them in an appropriate fashion to let them know there's a gag order.
The prosecutor will have until March 15th to let witnesses know of the gag order. The judge also agreed to seal the jury transcript and search warrants, including the probable cause, which is used by law enforcement to prove someone committed a crime. Meanwhile, the biological family of the boys were also in court Tuesday morning and gave 23 ABC their thoughts on the motion.
Whoever the gag order is on, it's a good thing, especially in this case, because, we don't want nothing to get linked out and, misinformation and mislead. Like, just everything we've been through this whole 14 months, we're trying to prevent that from happening again, especially now that they are locked up. All we have to do now is just let the prosecutor and them do their job.
The adoptive parents have pleaded not guilty and are being held without bail. Now the trial is set to start on May 23rd, and coming up on the news at 6, hear more from the family on why they don't want to see the location of the trial changed. Live in downtown Bakersfield, Duane Patino, 23 ABC News, connecting you.